but Magic weighed in on this, and you just touched on it as it relates to the Lakers. You were the conductor of the orchestra, as Magic was, as LeBron is. And it seems to me that on the one hand, that level basketball IQ means that you're best suited to weather the storm because you know it's less physical, it's more mental. On the other hand, it's really orchestrating all the pieces. So LeBron has to worry about getting everyone in sync. Is that the concern with the layoff? Not so much LeBron, but the pieces around him and how they can all get in rhythm?
Yeah, and rhythm is the most important thing in sport. You know, we always talk about rhythm, and it's an elusive thing that we really can't identify and understand how it comes together, because chemistry and rhythm, those are the two, elusive things in sports. And when you get the right rhythm and you grab the right chemistry, it's important to hold on to it, but it's also very difficult to sustain it. I thought earlier in the season, Doc Rivers had done a great job in establishing the Clippers' identity in terms of who they were going to be. So the Clippers came out of the gate early with a defensive identity, with a defensive rhythm, and they were further along than the Lakers those first couple of months. What I've seen that has happened over the last couple of months before the season stopped is that the Lakers had finally found their identity in terms of who they were going to be, how they were going to play, and rotation, chemistry, rhythm, all those things were falling into place. Again, I allude to what Magic spoke to about earlier when he talked about Frank Vogel making the adjustment of going small against the Clippers. What we saw when the Lakers went small is that they had to take Patrick Beverley off the floor because Lou Williams, being the scorer on the floor in the fourth period, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And what LeBron James was able to do mentally by understanding the defensive adjustments that Doc Rivers was doing on the sideline, you actually had a coach on the floor in LeBron James coaching real time against Doc Rivers' adjustments from the bench. And that's when you know you're in sync, you're in rhythm, and you really got it down. And whenever we played against the Lakers, I always felt that, you always had to play against Magic, but you always had to be 1 step, 2 steps ahead to know how the coach was thinking. So my preparation was not only for Magic Johnson, but it was also for Pat Riley. LeBron James now has a good beat on what Doc Rivers liked to do, but this is just regular season, so we'll see how it plays out in the playoffs.
Zeke, this might be an obvious answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it to the Hall of Famer that you are anyway. Considering that the season was halted and we're anticipating, we're hopeful that a season will resume, who do you think is better equipped to handle this layoff and come out smoking once all of this has subsided?
I would say in terms of being better prepared to go through it, I would have to say that Doc Rivers and the LA Clippers are better prepared because Doc Rivers and his coaching staff, they've all gone through, and some of them have played through that half season that we had when we only had 50 games and the layoff and everything else that took place. So I'm sure Doc is going back, and the best knowledge is institutional knowledge. You learn from experience and participation and observation. Doc's experience and participation in the sport, and then being able to observe it, I think he will be better prepared from a coaching standpoint to relay information to his players. So I would give the Clippers the edge coming out. However, LeBron James is LeBron James.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.